usually there's a relationship between those two, because whoever makes good music also makes sure to have a good cover.
I saw nothing else, and we go up.
Hey guys, welcome to the studio. It's actually not a nice Saturday. It's like gray and raining, but I love it. I sit here, all of the heating is turned on, it's warm and cozy. Outside windy and rainy. I love it. I just love it. The raindrops hitting the window. I love that sound. First task for today is actually listening to demos. I didn't listen to demos for an entire week. I try to do it every week. I usually don't miss it, and today we got 65 songs. I will listen to every single one for like 10-20 seconds and kind of check if it's the right style for my Accents label, and then if the quality is good enough, if there are vocals involved, just like generally if it fits among all of the other songs we release. And since those are demos and not like track submits where you give you feedback and people want feedback, I won't play you any of the songs because they might send it to other labels. These songs might get released, so I will keep this private. Yes, that's the first little bit of cable management here in the studio. The cable management so far is really extremely messy. Here are a bunch of cables, more cables on the desk. Then behind the DJ booth, all cables, a waterfall of cables basically. More on the second desk and behind it, and the rack stuff isn't even connected, and then a little bit more to the speakers. So yes, this needs to be solved, but not today. Today I will just order all of the stuff that I will need for that, and I'm still thinking about an idea for a desk. I think right now I will build my own. I've checked online all of those companies, and those desks, they're not like really doing everything that I want. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. Now back to doing something that is like half creative, half business stuff. And that is doing another cover, the next cover for my own release, Who Are We? And please never ever underestimate the importance of a cover. That's the first thing people see whenever they listen to your music. It will make people click way more likely onto your song, especially if you're an artist that isn't known. People don't go by the name. They might go by the visuals, and there's a lot you can actually tell from a cover about the song. So let's say my song Who Are We is, yeah, it's more about someone struggling and asking where he is in a relationship, feeling a little bit lost. So the first thing that comes to my mind, lost, is kind of a forest. So I think I will go for the cover for a forest kind of topic, use it as a basis, but still make it look like the general Accents covers. And that's more like the artistic thought behind it. That's actually not that important. It just needs to look like something of high quality. If you have like a black cover and white letters on it that just says the name of it, that's fine because it doesn't look like crap. But if you start putting private pictures on your covers that just look like shit, people will think that the song that fits to that cover also sounds like shit. And usually that's actually the case, because the person that puts something like that as a cover is also a person that makes shitty music. So it really correlates. It's very rare that I see an amazing cover and a shitty song behind it, and the opposite also quite rare. I personally already showed you in more detail how I do them. I will link that video up there. And now just get into my creative zone for maybe 15 to 20 minutes if everything works out to do the cover for Who Are We? All done. This went pretty quick. I just took like some stock photos, free, copyright-free stock photos. The first one was like mountain with forest. Then on top of that, something sparkling, a structure. And on top of that, stars. And it's all like mixed with those overlay layers, blending modes in Photoshop. I'm actually using Pixelmator. It's a Photoshop clone because then you don't have to pay that much. And again, I can't really decide for the color. At the moment, it's like, I don't know, I like it. It looks a little dirty and it's like not the prettiest color, but it has something to it that I think resembles the song. So this is my favorite, But if I just go around the wheel, I can change the color of the background. We could go full green or more into a blue, but then the contrast is missing. It's blue and black, or then really dark blue, purple. I think I will really go with that weird orange red kind of thing that goes well with the green actually. I don't know, let me know what you think. If you hate it, let me know. If you love it, let me know. Just using stock photos and putting letters on it, way too many people do that. That looks really cheap to me, so try and tweak it a little. Even if you go into a direction that not everyone likes, it's better to make something that is polarizing and people remember and some hate and some love than just doing some generic shit that is just like totally pointless. This actually also 100% applies to making music.
Who are we? Who are we?
Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Jon Sine. Today there are friends of mine coming by, I think 6, 7 or 8, poker. As you know, last week I complained that I don't see them anymore that much, so I just invited all of them over. They asked me to do one of their favorites that I usually do for them once a year at Hanukkah, but this year I couldn't because I didn't have time. The studio, you know, it was hectic. So I'm doing basically potatoes. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's Reibekuchen. So Reiben is kind of to rub and Kuchen is cake, so rub cake, but the name doesn't really describe it. It's like mashed potatoes and then fried. You usually eat it with Bio-Apfelmark. Would be a lot easier if you all could just speak German. Anyways, let's finish this up. Tastes really good, juicy inside, crispy outside. By the way, I now know why Vanessa said do it in the studio. The frying, of course, it smells horrible. This one was just a test. I will do maybe 1 or 2 more tests just to make sure it's really good for my guests.
Who are we? This time we go with
Back at home, it's 1, exactly 1 in the morning. I don't know how this happened, but this night was just really quick. Everyone has to work and is tired, getting old. And on top of that, I was first leading with the chips, got even more, and then lost everything. I was 3rd out of 7 people. Not bad, but I didn't win anything. Now just bad. Tomorrow, another day. We'll see what happens.